We're here today checking out 3 different batches from our source of Dong Ding Oolong tea, 2019. From my left we have the spring harvest, and in the middle is the winter harvest, and on the right is winter harvest competition tea that was entered into the local competition. So basically the winter harvest and the competition tea are from the same harvest. The competition tea has been de-stemmed. The stems, the protruding part of the stem has been removed from the leaves, and the roasting is slightly different from their standard winter produce. One interesting and somewhat surprising note, at least to me, is that the competition tea, although it's roasted more than their normal batches that they offer on a seasonal basis, the competition brew is lighter in color. So that's an interesting observation and a question that I will ask next time I visit. This really clear luminescence coming off the competition tea. So let's go with the smell of the brewed leaves. These have had time to cool down. They're still warm, but not hot anymore. Very balanced roast, not burny at all. Sweet, roasted yam kind of sweetness. Quite different, actually. This is more woodsy. Yeah, more of a foresty, some smokiness in there, or just roasted aroma, but more of a fresh foresty character. This is a sweeter character. Possibly more oxidation going on in the spring, as the leaves typically have more moisture in them, and the weather during spring is more conducive to oxidation. And yet different as well. Something like fried plantains. A little bit of smokiness. Yeah, a little more roasted, obvious roasted factor. This competition is, the standard is a pretty high roast. But very balanced. There's still some vegetal aroma notes going on. And sweetness for sure. Molasses or brown sugar, cane sugar. I could sniff these cups all day. It smells so good. It's like roasted candy. And now it's smelling a little more similar to me. But there is a foresty factor, a little bit freshness. Freshness, is that a word? Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm going to taste them one by one. Looks nice and thick in the soup here. Sweet. I did 6 grams of tea in these 150 milliliter tea judging cups for 3 minutes. Very nice, balanced, sweet, syrupy, delicious, with a nice dry finish, zingy. I got chills instantly. I gotta take another sip of this, get my mouth oriented here. There's nothing like Dong Ding. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry at all. I'm so happy. Sweet, tangy, balanced, full-flavored, complex love. Am I holding back? Winter 2019. Very different. Drier, not as fruity, more woodsy, campfire, smoke aroma coming through the nose in the finish. Yeah, interesting. It's got a sweet base, but it's nothing like the spring real tanginess. The viscosity here is quite nice, thick, nice mouthfeel, smooth. There's sweetness, but there's smokiness there. It feels like a little bit higher roast, a little bit higher temperature. It could just been the nature of the leaves and how they accepted the temperature. Yeah, no wonder it got a prize. Very smooth, delicious caramel. It's just the right fire factor, as they call it in Chinese, particularly Huawei. But the texture, so smooth and balanced. Chills full on. The smell of these leaves is amazing. It's almost candied now, like a fruity candy. Delicious. Again, they're back. I'm getting the contrast again. There's sweetness here, but that forest, fallen leaves kind of aspect to it too. Oh God, if they could just bottle this. I mean, the aroma. All of them smell amazing. There is a noticeable difference between each one. I'm gonna go for a quick 1 spoon sweep. Perfect oolong bite at the end. Just that little bit of like, it's not quite astringent. It's the balance of bitter and astringent and sweet and tangy a little bit. It's so balanced. It's so compact and integrated. It's an interesting thing to try to conceptualize. The mouthfeel feels at least as smooth. There's just not as much flavor, complexity, or a thicker spectrum. I'd say the spring has this really kind of fat spectrum of flavor, and this is a little bit more sparse, kind of indicative of a winter character. The definition of balanced. And enough complexity at the end, particularly in the nose. On the palate, it's just delicious, amazing mouthfeel and balanced flavor. And then after you swallow, a lot of the complexity comes out through the nose. It could be hours of taking these teas in and noticing their differences. Our personal favorite, we continue to be happy with this source of family farm on the ridge of Yonglong Fenghuang villages, and this Yonglong Fenghuang community competition. Several hundred, about 600 to 700 participants per competition. About a tenth of what the nearby, or the township that they're in, the Lugu township, hosts 6,000 plus. But there's something to this local. Only the people in these two villages, in addition to the Dong Ding mountain village called Jiangyachun, are allowed to participate. Yeah, it's our favorite place to go for tea. And the people there are so humble and so knowledgeable at the same time. So there you have it, our selections from 2019, spring, winter, and winter competition tea. The spring tea is long gone, but we'll be carrying the winter. Both of these are available on our website. You can go to ecocha.com to check them out and see what you think. Do a comparison of your own. We'd love to hear your comments. Please post them on our product pages if you have a chance. Thanks for being with us.